Welcome back, all my ones out there. So good to see you again. If you're just joining, hi, I'm One Water. I post fun content like this month, so if you're just consider subscribing and check me out every Saturday. So today I'm going to be ranking all the Telltale's Walking Dead games. I played all of them, yes, and I'm even going to include Michonne. The only game I'm not going to include is The Walking Dead Destinies. I know that's technically not a Telltale game. It's like a roam free game, like you can actually walk around and like shoot people and like do any like basically how any other game works, but your choices differ in how the story ends. But I'm not going to include it because I never played it and reviews suck on it. Like the game's basically like a what if, like a alternate endings to the Walking Dead TV show. Your choices differ how the TV show would end in your own image. And I heard bad reviews on it. Like, the cutscenes aren't even animated. They're storyboards. They're not even animated. So I'm just not going to include it. But I am going to include Michonne and the 4 seasons of Telltale's Walking Dead. So, let's just get started. In last place, Michonne. Yeah, so, actually, when I first got into this game was my first introduction to the Michonne as a character in The Walking Dead ever. But Telltale's Walking Dead, like the Telltale games, was my first introduction to the Walking Dead universe. Like, I never watched the show before this, I never read any of the comics, nothing. Telltale's The Walking Dead was the first introduction I had to the Walking Dead series, so I didn't know who Michonne was. So, going into this, I was kind of skeptical because everyone who was a fan of The Walking Dead always said, like, in reviews, like, this is terrible, and don't play this, just play the 4 main seasons and just end your series there. And so I was skeptical going into this, because I was like, do I really want to play this? Am I going to be disappointed? So, yeah, and I can see the criticisms, but I don't really see why people think this is such a bad game. Like, in terms of ranking these, I am doing it kind of like how the Uncharted games worked for my Uncharted ranking video. Like, even though how they're placed, I still like them to some degree, but there are criticisms, hence why they're in that place. But, for Michonne, it's more rush. Like, if the second you press start on Michonne, you're in action and you don't get a second to breathe. The reason I like the other Telltale games is that at least before they get into the action portion of it, they at least introduce us to characters, and that's what a good game movie TV show should really have. Not like straight into the action, nothing. And even good TV shows and movies do that. This doesn't work. And it's too short. It's rushed. The main problem I have with Michonne's game is that it's too rushed. If it wasn't rushed, I'd like it a heck of a lot more. I don't know, the game's only 3 episodes. Every other Telltale game had, 5 episodes, except for the final season of The Walking Dead, which only had 4 episodes. But, this game only had 3 episodes. I don't know why. It could be for either 2 reasons. It could either be that the writers didn't have anything else to go on for Michonne's story in the Telltale Walking Dead universe, or they just wanted to get the game over with, because it's too rushed. The writers, I can definitely see when I played this, the writers rushed, how they worked on it. Because, this game, as a whole, in timeline-wise, this game is even connected to Clementine's story in the actual Walking Dead universe of Telltale. I heard that before I even got into this game, that the Michonne game of the Telltale universe it's set in the Walking Dead universe, but it's not connected to Clementine's story at all. There's no Easter eggs to the other series, nothing. It is literally not connected to Clementine's story at all. So, and also, I don't know when Michonne came out. I don't know if it came out before Telltale games shut down, or if it was after and Skybound made this game, not Telltale. Because when Telltale shut down, Skybound took over for the last, 3 episodes of the final season of The Walking Dead, because that's when Telltale shutdowns was during the production, was during, like, releasing of the final season for The Walking Dead Season 4. So, so I don't know when Michonne came out, but, like, you can definitely see when you play it, like, the writers rushed this, so I don't know if they just didn't have any story ideas, or if they just wanted to get over the Walking Dead universe as quickly as possible, because they didn't want anything else to do with it. Because, like, even, like, Michonne, I feel, was kind of, like, an unnecessary, like, game to make, because I feel like the true ending to Telltale's Walking Dead is Season 4, the ending of Clementine's story, because that's the main point of the whole series, is that you follow it. So the main problem I have with this game is that it's too rushed. I felt like if they pushed the last 2 episodes to make a 5-whole Telltale series like they usually do, I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more, because this game needs more slow pacing, not, and I also, like, because if they slowed down, we might have learned more about Michonne's daughters, because that's the main point of this game, is Michonne is haunted by the ghosts of her dead daughters for leaving them on a business trip just before the outbreak happened. So, like, if they slow pacing down, this might have actually been good, but no, they decide to just make it a 3-episode thing, and it just does not work whatsoever. I wish they paced it more. And also, like I said, I don't even know if this game came out before Telltale shut down or not, but it's clear that the writers just rushed this and didn't want anything else to do with this universe. In 4th place, Walking Dead Season 2. So, once again, like Michonne, this game needs pacing. Like, the first 10 minutes of the first episode of this game, Omid gets killed. Like, I get that we needed to have, like, an emotional state at the beginning for, like, Clem is basically losing everyone she ever cared about, because this game is set only, like, months or, like, weeks. This game is, like, set weeks after the events of the last episode of the first season, and that was, like, either that was just when she lost to Lee, so, like, the Omid's death kind of felt like the game was summing up, like, Clem's losing everyone she ever cared about, because Omid gets killed in the first 10 minutes. And yes, I get it, like, we need to establish that the main character is, like, losing everyone, and she's becoming, like, she might become this stone cold person, because she's lost everyone she's ever cared about in the last few months. But, like, the pacing. Like, I don't think it was necessary to kill Omid 10 minutes into the game. Like, it's kind of like with The Last of Us with Joel. Like, when Joel died in The Last of Us Part 2, like, you get, like, an hour of gameplay, and then we see Joel get brutally beat to death with a golf club. Like, do we really need, like, I get, like, Joel killing, because the whole point of The Last of Us 2 was about revenge, but, like, even, like, I think we should have gotten at least, like, a moment of, like, older Ellie with, like, Joel, and then maybe he dies along the road. So, like, Omid's death in this game, in the Walking Dead game, is basically, like, too rushed, and then on top of the emotional drama, Krista then loses her baby. And it's so dark in the first 10 minutes, and I just couldn't do it. And also, like, the issues I have with this is that the writers made every character except Clementine stupid. Like, I get making, like, Clementine, like, the main, like, a more responsible person, because the, player is playing as Clementine, not Lee, not a grown-up. We're playing as a child in this game. But they made every character dumb, except Clementine. Like, they're all adults, but Clem's the most responsible out of a group of adult survivors. Like, every time the group fights, Clem's always the one who says, "Oh no, don't fight, we should do this." Like, an 11-year-old girl is more responsible than a 30-year-old man in this game, and it makes me mad. Like, and you may think, like, why are you really that mad about it? Like, that means you just have more control of the group. And I'm not saying, like, having control of the group some of the times is not fun, is like, it's fun to, like, control the group for every time and time again, because that's what a surviving game should be when you're the leader, but Clem's not the leader. He's far from it. She's a child. Like, every other character is stupid except Clementine. I also think it was stupid that Kenny blames Clementine for most of episode 3 of this season. Like, I'm getting mad just talking about the stupid stuff that happened in this game. And also, the other stupid thing, and this is really gonna make me mad, the choices didn't seem to even matter in this game. Like, if I show, like, take Sarah's death, for example. When we have to either convince her to leave the trailer, or leave her and save ourselves, Jane and Luke. Like, it doesn't even matter if I save her in that situation, because she dies, like, an episode later. Like, the choices that we made didn't seem to matter, because also, the choices didn't seem to matter, because, it doesn't matter if we save Alvin at the lounge in episode 2, because he dies at the end of episode 3. It doesn't matter if we, it doesn't matter, because, he literally, the writers messed everything up in this game. There are good parts in it, I like how the point, of Clementine maturing was that she had to be the leader of the group, not an adult. So, there are good parts of this game. I like how we got a little moment with Lee. Even though it was a flashback and a memory, it was still nice to see Lee. But, I don't know, this game, the writers made every character stupid. The choices that we make in this game does not matter. I'm so confused on why they made the characters in the game story like this. The story's interesting. I enjoy the story for this game. But the way they did the choice making and the characters, they made them stupid. In third place, The New Frontier. So, actually, people always said that this game in the Walking Dead Telltale universe was basically the black sheep of the family. This was a bad entry to the series. And, it was right up there with Michonne. But, I actually really enjoyed this game. I like that it took a little breather from Clem's emotional trauma that we went through at the end of Season 2. It took a break from Clem, and we play as a new character named Javi Garcia, but then we still play as Clementine in little flashback stuff, and we still see her emotionally ripped from AJ, so, there are good parts, this game is actually really good. I enjoy the story, I enjoy how the characters developed, I enjoy that they brought one of the most awesome characters in this series, because I know he's, a big character in the show and the comics. I'm not going to say his actual name, because I don't want to say that name, but his name is Paul, but if you know who his name is, you know who I'm talking about, because he says it in the game. I just don't want to say it, because I just don't want to say it. Once again, the main point I have with this game is that some of the choices that transferred over from Season 2 didn't matter. The whole game choices actually, because in Season 2, at the end of it, you can either choose to save Jane, save Kenny, or go alone. And going alone is really the only ending that sticks into this game. Because, really, if you choose to save Jane at the end of Season 2, in this game, she gets pregnant with Luke's baby and decides to hang herself. If you choose to save Kenny, he gets paralyzed because he gets flinged through a windshield and then gets eaten alive by walkers. Really, the only ending that sticks into this game is if you go alone. But I like this game because the choices actually feel like it matters. It matters in this game because, take the ending of episode 5, for example. What you choose is actually the ending of the story. Because usually with these games, you pick a big decision, but sometimes the ending always ends the same way. This game, the ending is completely depicted on your choice. If you choose to go after Gabe, Kate dies. If you choose to go with Clementine, either ways, the other person dies. Like if you choose to go with Gabe, go with Clementine to save Gabe, Kate dies and becomes a walker. And if you choose to go with Clem to help Kate save Richmond, then Gabe gets bit and he dies. So, like, the endings really depict on your choice, and that's what a Telltale game should be. Like, I actually really enjoyed making a decision at the end of episode 5, because it actually felt like it mattered, not like whatever choices that didn't even matter in season 2 was like. This game was actually really good. I do see the criticisms, like, yeah, it was a little rough to get through with not playing as Clem, because that's who the main character is, but I really like taking a break from Clem's story and actually getting to play as Javi, not going full on with Clem, because also, like, even if Clem's the main protagonist, we still played as Lee in season 1, I guess, like, he's the protagonist in season 1, but really this is Clem's story, not anyone else's story, but I like that we took a little break from Clem and played as Javier. I really enjoyed that. In second place, Walking Dead Season 1. This game was like the penultimate, like, biggest game, because it came out, like, during the year of Season 3 of the show came out. Because every year, since 2010, a new season of The Walking Dead show came out. Like, it came out every year until the show ended on its 11th season. So this game came out during the 3rd season, so it was just a Walking Dead marathon. So when I played this game, I actually really got attached to the characters pretty early on, like Lee, Clementine, Kenny. I mostly sided with Kenny throughout this whole entire game, and that's on me being, like, totally a jerk to everyone else that Kenny disagrees with. I actually do agree with Kenny. Like, he was mostly right throughout this entire game. So, I really liked how they made his character, like, Kenny's character spiral into madness as he loses his wife and kid. I really like how even though Lee always has his back, he's still, because, once again, like Season 3, your choices at the end of Episode 4 matters how you depicted the rest of the game. Because if you choose to not side with Kenny at all throughout the entire game, he will seriously get mad at you and not go with you and just leave you to do it alone. If you side with him throughout the whole game, he goes with you without a doubt, no hesitation. If you choose to go half and half, like if you side with him half of the time and then go against him half the time, he's like in the middle and he doesn't like go because he's like, I don't really know if I can trust you because you haven't really been for me. The emotional finale scene of Lee and Clem, either Clem having to shoot Lee or leave him to die as a walker, was really sad. My heart got wrenched out. I always chose to leave Lee as a walker, and I'm not being a jerk. I know like when I saw the choices, a lot of people shot Lee, but the reason I didn't is because Clem's a 9-year-old girl in this game. I'm not having a 9-year-old shoot someone. That's no. And even though now Lee's technically a walker, handcuffed to a pole right now, I just didn't want Clem having to shoot her. But this game is great. I love this story so much. The only reason it's not in first place is because of this. In first place, Season 4. This was a great ending to Clem's story. Even though it was short, I was a little worried because during releasing of the episodes for this game, Telltale Studios got shut down and they went under, so Skype, and at the time of this game's release, people wondered if we were ever going to get the final 2 episodes of Clem's story. So, I'm glad we did, but going into this game I was a little skeptical because Skybound had to finish the other 2 episodes, not Telltale. Telltale went under. Skybound had to take over for the remainder 2 episodes. I was like, do we really want to trust the last 2 episodes of a great series with a studio that sure has collaborated with Telltale for years, but still has no idea, maybe not have any idea what they were doing with the story. But they actually performed the last 2 episodes pretty well. I found myself satisfied at the end. The scene where we think Clem dies, but she comes back like 5 minutes later with just a leg missing, that's really beautiful. I'm glad that they Skybound didn't want to go down the same road with how Clem had to Clem had to leave Lee to die or shoot him. And they didn't want to do the same thing with AJ and Clem. They had Clem survive, and I think that's beautiful. I'm glad they didn't have to end Clem's story with the same way that Lee's journey ended. I love the train scene with Lee and Clem, and how Lee got to see the girl that he protected grow up to this amazing woman that now is basically a mother to someone else. This game is purely beautiful, truly a true ending to this series. So let me know in the comments what you guys let me know in the comments your ranking of Telltale's The Walking Dead, and also this video is strictly my opinions. If you disagreed with any of them, that is okay. Share your thoughts about my choices in the comments, and like I said, leave your ranks down in the comments. Wyatt, signing out. Remember, peace and kindness, the things we need most. Stay wild.